Says, my husband is embarrassed to be seen with me in public. He is physically more. So yesterday I did that full Reddit. Her husband is embarrassed to be seen with her. And just a snippet of this, I'm not going to do the whole thing. He's physically more attractive than me. He's a fit, good looking man. And I've always been the ugly friend and the fat girl. I feel like my husband settled for me because everyone does look at us weird since we don't match up physically. I've heard people talk behind our backs and be shocked that he married me because he can do better. Okay, so that is pretty much the genesis of it. Now, when I had posted this on my YouTube page, a woman said that she went and looked at this person's posting history. So that made me decide to go look at this person's posting history. And yeah, let's just go over a couple of things. So this same woman posted this. I found out my partner thought I was ugly before we started dating. My partner and I have been together for 4 years and we have a toddler together. I got curious one day and checked his phone and found old group chat messages where he told his friends that he's meeting up with the ugly chick tonight. This is when we were still in the early talking stages, and they asked him which one, and he sent them my Instagram picture, and my nickname is Buggy. I searched Buggy in the messages, and a bunch of message threads came up of my partner calling me ugly, and I'm one of the ugliest girls he has ever dated, but he had to settle for me. He made comments about why are all the fat ones so nice, but all the baddies are so rude. His friends and him made a lot of jokes about me being 200 pounds, and he never defended me. And he just put laughing emojis. He stopped making comments on my appearance when we were officially dating and we were in a long-term relationship. He hasn't been active in that group chat since, but this still hurt my feelings so much. I brought this up to him and he turned it back on me saying, how dare I go through a man's phone? But he apologized and said he was immature back then and how it was just boys just being boys. He told me he didn't think I was initially attractive because I'm fat, but he grew to find my personality beautiful, even though I'm not. Effing ouch. This happened in September and I still can't get over it. I'm just even more insecure now than I've ever been before. I don't even take off my clothes when we're having sex, and I lock the bathroom door when I'm taking a shower. I feel so insecure to even let him see me naked because I'm not a perfect size, and I've never been a small woman. I know that part of me should just let this go, but as a woman, it's just hard to get past this. Okay, so she said this a month ago. And obviously from what we saw with that post that I did initially, she is still on her mind. And man, I don't know what it is about men and their words and their thoughts, but they simply do not know how it can be damaging to a woman. And this is proof. This woman is going to be thinking about this she's going to be thinking about this every single time she's with this man. Every single time he doesn't edify her, or every time he's looking at a person just a slight bit too long, she's going to be insecure. And I don't know how to fix this. Once you know your man has settled for you, how do you get this out of your mind? I have no idea. But there was a comment on this post that I want to bring up. Okay, so for a comment on this post, she says, my husband described me to his best friend as a 4 and told his cousin he wasn't serious about me because he's too shallow. This is several months into our relationship when he was telling me how much he loved me and how hot he thought I was. He was actively pursuing another woman for most of our first year, long distance relationship. I only found out in the last year. We've been married for 4 years and it rocked my whole world to have found this out. So I know how you feel. I've been going to counseling and I've gotten a personal trainer and I'm just working on my own confidence and body image separate from wherever he thinks of me, then or now. But I'd be lying if I said it hasn't changed the way I look at him and how it makes me feel about being naked around him. I'm not sure I'll ever get back that trust and total head over heels love I used to feel for him. I do still love him, but it's different. And I wish that wasn't the case. All of these ratings, these men rating women, it's challenging, but at some particular point, and I know that this is challenging, we have got to We have got to stop worrying about the validation of others. I know that it's easier said than done, especially when it's your own partner, but we need to be working on our own self-image and how we feel about ourselves and how we look for us. Because when soon as you're feeling a little bit good and your significant other doesn't feel the same about you, or doesn't edify you or give you that compliment that you were searching for, it impacts your self-esteem. But this is the reason why self-esteem needs to come from within first. It needs to be an internal locus of motivation versus looking for outside validation. This person says, I can't believe I have read so many posts like this. At first I thought all these can't be real, and I'm sure there is truth to that. But no, a lot of people really just kind of suck. Listen, everyone is entitled to have preferences. You are allowed to date who you are attracted to or who you find attractive. I am not discrediting that. But damn, why date someone you aren't physically attracted to and then bash them to your friends? I have never done that at any stage of my life. I'm sorry, as a therapist, I just don't ever just lightly promote breakups or divorce, but this will be a relationship ending for me without some serious therapy. This is something someone just can't come back from. It will only help fester more negative feelings. Absolutely. Those negative feelings will be there in the back of your brain, in the side of your brain, somewhere in the back of your head, like right at the base of your neck. You guys can also tell me if you think I'm wrong, but I just call BS. I really think people do it for attention or to appear better to their friends. But no, I don't think you can be not attracted to someone you are pursuing, bash them to your friends, but then also have sex with them. I think people are often afraid to admit to their circle of friends that they found someone attractive that others may not. So they oversell the bashing. I don't want to come off as implying we are selfish people, but in the beginning stages of relationships, we do pursue people we are attracted to because our eyes tell us a story before anything about their personality does. I just can't get behind my partner thought I was ugly and fat and laughed at me to his friends, but continued to date me and sleep with me. I just don't buy it. Absolutely. Then the same woman whose husband settled for her is venting because her husband is not actively doing things for her toddler. She says, my husband won't take our toddler to the doctor because he thinks it's strictly a mom thing. So she's venting about him. My husband has only taken our son to the doctor twice, actually, but we went together. And it was when our son was 2 weeks old and then again at 2 months old. So this was very early when we had him. And that's because I had just given birth via C-section. So he came with me to the doctor with our son. But after our 2-month appointment, he never took our son to the doctor after that. So this is a typical mom gripe. I'm not going to read the whole thing because this is kind of typical. The reason why I'm pulling this one out is because this woman is actively upset with her life, and she's probably been upset for a while because she now has a toddler, and this man is putting things as mom things and dad things, and that's kind of typical. That is typical. But what is not typical is that she is probably going to be like, everything is going to be irritating her at this particular point with him. How he parents, how he treats her, his tone, how he says something to her is now going to be at a point where it's like, is this a divorce? Is this divorce worthy? That's where she is. Because if we continue to follow this woman's trajectory in this relationship, she's going to put her best foot forward, and then she's going to get tired of it. She's going to get tired. And I came to another post of hers. She's actually pregnant. She's pregnant. So she's going to have even more body issues after that next baby comes. And, I don't want to be a fortune teller for 2 years from now. But if she's already stressing out over this man and how he feels about her, I think it'll only get worse. Anyways, you guys can go ahead and weigh in on this one. Let me know what you think. I don't think that a person, just like that therapist said in that comment before, I don't think that there's any coming back from this. I think that she can stick and stay for a little while, but I do not think that this is going to last forever. Y'all weigh in though. Don't forget to like, comment, and share.